A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to this collective reading session. Someone had actually requested me to do the channeling in English, which is about betrayal by best friends. Like there is a best friend template or a friendship template that all of us have, and people who are in the distorted templates, they face a lot of problem because they never actually have any good friends in their life. In their school, in their college, when they grow up, they go to work. This becomes a very, very big struggle for them. So let's dive into this channeling so that by the end of the channeling, we can also figure out how it heals, or by listening to it, by listening to this content, you guys can resonate with some of the stuff, or I hope most of the stuff, and try to apply it in your life if you are also suffering from this template, which I think many people in inner work journey are, because they have so much distorted programming in their childhood, in their family, within their family. They see so much distrust all throughout their life. They grow up around it, that it becomes very difficult for them to create codes or create systems that can help them understand who's a good friend and who's not a good friend. And when I say good friend, actually I mean true friends. Good and bad is also something that we all need to work on. We need to get out of good and bad. So we need to understand what is really a person who is a true friend of yours and who's going to stick around with you. And there can be disagreements, there can be problems, but they're not going to backstab you or betray you. So as per tarot, the guidance was coming via 9 of swords, 9 of cups, 2 of swords, 5 of pentacles and temperance. What is very interesting is that there are many swords, first of all, in the beginning, in the theme cards, and they talk about how a person has, how you, whosoever I'm channeling, how you have cried many nights, even in your childhood when you were a little kid. Something or the other always happened with you in your friendships. Maybe it was in the school, you were either getting bullied or you were getting assaulted or abused. So basically, whenever we see a lot of swords in any channeling session, in any collective reading, we know that there is an attack or there is a talk about intellect. The message of this particular session is that there has always been an attack on the intellect, but because there is 9 of cups in between, which is the card of abundance, so there is a person who's constantly going through a lot of trouble, constantly going through pain, constantly going through betrayals, fear, a lot of tension, stress. But because they also have money, or they are good with generating money, some of you might say that, there was a time when I was making money, but nowadays I'm not. Or there was a time when I was in abundance consciousness, but not now. And some of you could be possessing more of starseed energy, so you started very early. You have already started doing inner work at a very young age, which for a lot of twin flames, it happened later on, after 28, 29 is when it actually starts for a lot of people, and then in their 30s, when they reach 35, because that is how the template is and that is how the design is. Some of the people are supposed to start at that age, and the star seeds usually start early. And then there are some specific star seeds who have to go through both. Like they will start young, they will be good in materialistic reality very, very young. They will make money at an age that usually people cannot make money, So they will be like earning good for their family, they will be supporting everyone, because God wants them to see the difference. Because in their own vicinity or in their own periphery, other people might not be that good with money, or they could have been born into a template where the poverty consciousness was too high. So the parents were unable to be good providers. So it is the child who ends up becoming a good provider, and thus they start attracting all of these people in their lives who only hang around with them because of money or because of who they are, their confidence and money, and materialistically they're smart. There are other influences also, like looks. Some of the star seeds, twin flames, ascensioners are very good looking. They may not realize it, like they might be like, yeah, I'm okay looking. But other people who are full of lust will see them as sexual objects. So they will be attracted towards them, or they would want their energy. the sexual attraction is one of the things which is on the outside, but actually they also want the energy, because there's the energy of innocence, purity, inner work, all of that is there. So there are different templates. Some will attract others because they may be coming from very well-to-do backgrounds, or they may be coming from backgrounds where the parents have some influence going on. And some, as I said, just purely because of who they are as a person, just the way they carry themselves, just the way they are. Even if they are young or whatever their age is, it doesn't matter. This can happen to someone who's in their 40s, like till 40, 45 also. Some people continue to make friends. They don't understand, or they don't realize that these people are simply there to destroy them. You are very lucky you don't get destroyed by them, because they keep trying again and again, again and again. And this also reminds me of Mahabharata, where the Kauravas, till the end, they keep trying how to destroy the Pandavas. The Pandavas were so innocent, so pure, so powerful. So even in childhood, they were getting, abused by the hands of Kauravas in their youth. Then later on, till they get married and have their own children, the abuse goes on, or the torture goes on. But because these people are also having very exceptional gifts and talents and skills and goodness, they keep getting protected. But there is a point that comes in their life after which they are like, you know what, we are not going to take this anymore. And that's when the great war of Mahabharata happens. So this great war of Mahabharata symbolically also happens in everybody's minds. We also go through it. When we are doing inner work, we keep taking shit from people, betrayal, it's coming and coming and coming. I personally have seen people going through bad friendships for 10 years, 20 years, even though they know that this friend is never going to be there for them, no matter what happens. Like every time they need the friends are not there. Initially, it's like, okay, 2, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years go by, because the friends always come up with some very good, brilliant excuses. Because they know that this is an emotional person, this is a sensitive person, it's a person who has very soft heart. Whatever we will say, they will take it, And also, there has to be a phase of limbo state. Some of the people who are definitely mission doers here, they will experience being in limbo state, where a number of years go by in just doing the same mundane things on a daily basis. Throughout their limbo state, due to the presence of 9 of Cups, they will keep on being abundant, they will grow in their materialistic reality, and finally a point will come. Finally, they will be stuck in the 5 of Pentacles energy, where their distorted energies come up, like where they are completely burned out. They cannot do anything, they cannot make money, they cannot work, they cannot really live the 3D life anymore. Now this is when other people are going to see them as a version of distorted masculine and feminine put together. So this is the card, my dear friends. The feminine energy is in very bad place, the masculine energy is in very bad place, and you can see the amount of poverty consciousness they have, or lack of energy they have. They're looking at the celebrations, they're looking at other people's windows. In some cases it's seen as other people's windows, in some cases it's seen as a celebration time. And for some people, they say, they're standing outside the church, it could be Christmas celebration, the light is coming, but they are outside in snow and cold, not wearing clothes. One person is crippled, one person is having a hunchback sort of a look. And with these distorted masculine and feminine energies, this is the time when people leave them. This is the time when they actually realize everything. But let me take you back to the source of it. As I was talking about childhood, I was given at that time, when I was doing this collective reading, I was given a very scary example which I have personally witnessed. So I would like to share that experience with all of you. And I would also like to share it because I know that a lot of you have actually gone through similar cases of abuse, or something which is probably on the same lines, which happened in your own safe haven. So I was at a mall once, and I was very young. I started working very early because I had some seniors in my hostel who were like doing part-time jobs, and I was very impressed by that because I always wanted to make money very early in life. It was just something which I loved because I wanted to be independent. So when I saw some of these girls who were doing post-graduation, or they were obviously literally my seniors, they were doing some stuff, so I felt like joining them. And they took care of me, and it all worked out. I mean, I easily got the jobs, easily got the promotions. I never had any problems. It's probably because of the presence of the template that I also had to work along with you guys. So when I was very young, I was a teenager. I was just 15 or 16. I was doing a promotional job at a mall. It was a good promotional event where we were getting well paid. So we had to wear some kind of a suit, and we had to, just talk to people in general. So I was doing that, and I had taken a break. And in my break, I was outside on a spot where lots of families were sitting. So when I was standing over there, I happened to look at a family where there were lots of children. There were ladies, there were also men, grown-up men, grown-ass men, I would say. But there was one very painful thing that I saw, and it kind of shook me from within. And it also made me feel that this abuse is rampant. Abuse is rampant. It's probably happening everywhere. And plus, I had talked to so many of my friends, and so many people had shared so many incidents. I felt like, oh my God, it's everywhere, But that day I saw it. I saw it happening in broad daylight. So basically, a man was standing next to a teenager. The girl was clearly a teenager. You could see it in her appearance and looks and facial features and everything. And he was holding her like this. So from a distance, or even to people who are around them, people were totally in their world. They could literally not see it. What I could see, or what that girl was going through, and what that man was doing, probably 3 of us knew. In the whole wide world, at that point in time, 3 of us knew. Okay? So I saw that this man was actually rubbing his hands against her front area like this constantly. So you know what he was trying to do. He was blatantly abusing her, and the discomfort was evident on that girl's face. She was so uncomfortable, so much in pain. God bless her wherever she is, and I hope she has also found the right path to God and to inner work. Via this collective reading, I would request all of you to do the same. So it was such a heavy scene to see, because he was standing behind her, probably the mother, or I don't know who he was. It could have been a father, an uncle, because in India or even in the West, I'm sure there are different types of uncles. There are paternal uncles, maternal uncles. So you don't know who he was. He was a father's brother, or he himself was the father of the child. It was difficult to figure out because there were a lot of people of the same age group, and whatever he was doing it in broad daylight. And on his face, he had this very loving expression, which was the worst, like pure evil. I could see pure evil on that man's face. Literally, I saw evil in front of me. So on his face, he was like, oh, my child, he was talking all that, and he was literally whispering into her ears, because she was a tall kid. And even this man was very tall, and she was standing, and he was going like, no, something. And the discomfort was visible, obvious, and very strong. And his hand was constantly going up and down, up and down, up and down. It was so disgusting to even watch, to be there. I cannot imagine what that girl was going through. So what universe was telling me, why they showed me this, I asked them, why did you show me this? They were basically trying to tell me that if a child is raised in an environment like that, where probably the mother, the aunties, other children, even old grandparents or somebody is there, and then there are this one man, or maybe I don't know who he was exactly, a friend or a family friend. So this is the safe haven for the child. This is the place where the child is living. This is her space, where the child has been born or where the child has been growing up. If in that space such an implant is planted, such an implant exists, such a horrible situation exists, just imagine what would be the child's trust factor towards the world. The child cannot trust people, number one. So there is this energy always there, even though people are not aware about it, but people carry these energies. So wherever the child would go, there would be this type of energy where the child is not speaking about abuse, the child is taking a lot of abuse, the child is pretending to be present in an open environment where this is happening, and the person who's doing this, the abuser, is not ashamed at all. So then there will be people who will abuse the person, abuse the child once the child grows up into an adult. But because there are some good cards also, there is Nine of Cups and there is Temperance. Now Temperance actually came in the end. So what I was told via the Temperance is that eventually this will be healed, because whosoever is going through this situation will eventually wake up. They will wake up, they will have an awakening. And if you look at the Temperance card, it's one of the most beautiful cards of this tarot deck. I just totally love it, and it is a star seed card. For many readings, when I'm talking about star seeds or twin flames, it has always appeared, like this is it. So you see there are wings, you see there's human energy, there's animal energy, there's angel energy. This is what a star seed or a twin flame energy is made of. Especially the star seed twin flame energy is made of these elements. And there is balance, and there is water, and there's all the beautiful things. So this is when the person awakens, and once they awaken, that's when they realize that they're actually surrounded by these people who are freeloaders, these people who are backstabbers, these people who are negative energies, these people who are possessed by demonic entities, these people who just sucking out their energy. And obviously what I'm talking about, this is one of the things. Maybe as the child grows up, I don't know, looking at this situation, it looked like a very difficult thing for me, but it kind of gave me a scene, like a picture, a situation, which I don't know, was it real? Did I see it, like was it visually shown to me for a reason? Was I actually a part of that situation in reality, or was it something which was given to me by the higher beings so that in future I could work? Because when I went inside, somebody called me. So I was just standing over there, I was feeling horrible. Somebody called me and I was at work, so I went inside, I rushed in, and this person was like, hey, you have to do this. And I said, okay. I was like, okay, can you give me 10 minutes? I just want to go back and I'll come back. So that person was like, but you were just out. Yeah, just give me like 5 more minutes. I think I forgot something. So I just made some excuse, which I clearly don't remember. I said forgot something, or just had to go back and see. When I went back over there, there was nothing. There was no one over there. Most probably either those people had moved away, or something had happened in those 10-15 minutes that I was inside. But when I questioned my guides, they told me that this situation will help out a lot of people in future. So just pray for the kid, pray for the child, and pray for anybody who's into this situation or who has been into this situation. So today, collectively, we're also going to make a prayer for all the people, all the children, anybody, adult, child, anyone, man, woman, who has gone through abuse or who could be going through abuse. Let's just make a prayer mentally. Jai Shri Ram. So we just hope that this reduces, and it will reduce with time. So the temperance energy is very much important, and this will actually remind you that we also, when we went through abuse in childhood, or when we had these type of situations in childhood, we could have created, sort of a life where either we were defending ourselves from these people or defending others. So we could have healed other people during that process. We could have ended up protecting other people, or we could have learned the lesson. So it might have reduced. The abuse could have gone away. Maybe the 100% energy of abuse was not there, but maybe 50% was there, which was transferred into the form of friends or into the forms of some other people, relationship, narcissistic relationships. So this is what I'm being shown, okay? So whosoever resonates with this channeling, you may have worked a lot on this aspect, or you may have realized it, that something is actually creating these relationships, these friendships, these energies, okay? Now this is where I'm going to pause, because I would come back to this session again, and I will see you soon in the continuation video. You might see change of clothes or change of background, but I'll definitely be back on this session. So guys, this is the continuation of this particular video, and here I'm going to be talking about, you have actually come to a realization as to why these type of energies, these people who keep betraying you, keep coming back in your life, or they maybe not come back again and again, Maybe they do, or you have different type of such people in some cases. Like in some cases, maybe it's not the same people. There are different people who are giving you the same kind of emotional upheaval. Maybe they're giving you the same type of wounds, they're giving you the same kind of pain, and you are literally tired of it. You cannot take it anymore. You feel like, you're not there, you're not born to just keep getting betrayed. Different people are betraying you. So then you are going back in your childhood, or you're going back into time where you're doing your inner work and you're realizing that you actually went through. It could be happening because of this channeling, it could be happening because of inner work, because of therapy, or wherever you are in life. You are realizing that you need to heal those wounds. You need to heal those wounds because whatever lack of trust you faced or you felt while you were growing up, that energy is the actual creator of people who are not the ones that you can trust. Like time and again they keep doing something that hurts you. And I'm not telling you that you'll have perfect relationships, perfect friends, everything will be perfect. After inner work, on the contrary, it so happens that sometimes people remain the same. Sometimes they change, sometimes they remain the same, sometimes new people come in, but over a period of time, you keep connecting with those people. And sometimes you have lovely people in your past, but they get disconnected with you because of whatever drama that happens, or because there are wounds, they go away. And then you do your inner work, they come back, and those lovely friends, the ones you love, the ones who love you, the ones anyone can trust blindly, those people will come back to you. And they would also know this quality. It's not like they're going away, they went away because they didn't like you. They also knew that you're doing something and they're doing something, and you're gonna come back to the same spot where you left, and you will restart whatever you were doing, or you will be both in rejuvenated energies. Those people will realize it, they will know it, because I'm being given that this channeling or this collective reading comes to fruition over a period of time. Time is an important factor in this channeling session. Time is also a teacher, time is also a healer over here, and time is also the very reason through which you understand a lot of things, you realize a lot of things. So especially this energy gets healed, and you come into more balance, more unity, more love. You come into acceptance of people. So some people who are meant to be in your life, they will change. Those who are not meant to be in your life, you will discard them, you will remove them, or they will automatically go away. You will probably realize how they really are. Their true faces will be shown to you. There will be some revelations. And you will also attract some new people who gradually will win your heart. Step by step, one by one, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. Alright? But it will get healed for sure. But you have to work on yourself. Inner work is a lifestyle. Ascension is a lifestyle. Things don't change in a day. Things take time. Good things always take time. Even a child takes 9 months to be born. And we need to just realize that we cannot lose hope. We cannot become impatient. Patience is a virtue that you need in inner work journey, and most importantly, we need to be grateful. As per my master's words, being ungrateful is the biggest sin, and we should never commit that sin. We should always be thankful. We should always have gratitude. There's always a silver lining in everything, even the worst places. And that's why I tell people, forgive your narcissistic parents, forgive everyone. Don't be that lovey-dovey or that close. But I have seen once you forgive, things change automatically. Yes, there will be good and bad days even then. Yes, you will be like, oh, you know what, these people are just like that. But the more you go within yourself, the more you release, the more you will realize things that you have not realized earlier, that you had not realized earlier, and you will be like, you know what, okay, it makes sense. Let me just chill. And they will also chill. And as I was just saying, that when you start practicing gratitude in small little things also, they will grow. When we don't practice gratitude, things don't grow. When we practice gratitude, things start flourishing much faster. Alright? So if you want to get into a reading with me, then this is my email address. This is also the same email address that you need when you book a therapy session. All the details are given below. And I know all the people who get attracted to these collective readings and messages or content which is based on inner work, they are very pure people, they are good people. But sometimes everyone needs hand holding, everyone needs some help and support. So don't feel bad if you need therapy. The one good thing is that this is not the usual regular therapy, because I'm a spiritualist therapist. Spiritualist therapist is different than other usual therapists. And not saying that they are not good. Some of the psychologists and some of the people are very good. But we need to do inner work which is less focused on medicine and more focused on energy healing, because we are all energy beings. Even if you have stomach ache, even if you have acidity, it is connected to something, something which is connected to your inner work. I'm not saying like small little things, but I'm speaking about things where you feel pain, you are uneasy, you are not relaxed, there's something wrong, and it is connected to your thoughts. Alright? So, I will see you soon in another one. One love, peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.